I can't mimic voices for love or money. I'm completely hopeless at it. I've never been able to master the art of mimicry.
The royal palace is reeling from a scandal that's left jaws on the floor. When Queen Camilla's private safe was cracked open, those who peered inside turned ghostly pale, stunned by a shocking discovery. Secrets long buried have ignited a firestorm of intrigue and betrayal. So, what forbidden treasures or dark truths did they uncover? How will this rock the monarchy? Join us as we unravel this mystery, expose the hidden contents, and reveal the moment that's shaking the crown. The shadowed vault awakens. Imagine a grand palace where every polished wall hides a whispered secret, where a single locked safe could unravel the very threads of a kingdom. For over 20 years, a mysterious vault in Clarence house, home to Queen Camilla, stood like a silent sentinel, its heavy iron dial untouched, its purpose cloaked in shadow. Servants spoke in hushed tones of strict decrees. No one, not even King Charles, dared approach this forbidden relic. Some say Charles, weathered by time and whispers, chose to ignore its ominous presence. Yet, in the pale light of a 2025 morning, during routine palace sprucing, a hidden code emerged like a specter from a forgotten era. What poured forth wasn't mere trinkets. It was a cascade of forbidden letters, incriminating tapes, and links to a scandalous car that could rewrite the royal saga. At the heart of it all stood Queen Camilla, the unyielding guardian of a vault stuffed with betrayal, buried truths, and raw ambition. This wasn't just a safe, it was a ticking bomb of royal intrigue, poised to shatter the crown's gleaming facade. Come with me, dear reader, as we pry open this Pandora's box, where the truth is wilder than any fairy tale. It all began with a faint murmur, the kind that creeps through gilded halls like smoke from a smoldering secret. Picture spring, 2024. A nervous new aide at Clarence house pauses outside Camilla's private study, catching words not meant for his ears. Her voice slices through the air, sharp and guarded. No one touches it, not without my direct order. Ever. A man's voice, low and cautious, replies, "Even with the renovations coming?" Silence falls, thick and heavy before Camilla's final icy word. Especially. The aide hesitates, brushing it off as the quirk of a powerful woman. But that, especially, festers, a splinter in his mind. Why such fierce protection for a dusty safe, tucked behind a back wall like a forgotten grave? Clarence house, with its sprawling charm and centuries of stories, hums with life. Maids dust chandeliers, couriers bustle through courtyards. But this safe? It's a void, shrouded in darkness, its dial coated in cobwebs, its combination a mystery even to the head butler. Whispers among the staff grow wilder. Some claim it's been sealed since the early 2000s. Others swear it predates Charles and Camilla's stormy marriage. Tales swirl of close calls. A repairman once drilled too near, sparking Camilla's fury, earning him a lifetime ban. On public tours, the safe's outline hides behind cunning panels, invisible to curious eyes. In quiet corners, servants speculate this isn't just privacy, it's obsession, a fortress for something raw and dangerous. As 2025's renovations approach, the palace grows tense. Charles, battling health struggles, escapes to Balmoral's solitude. Camilla retreats, lingering near her enigmatic vault. Workers, unaware of the lore, ask about inspecting the safe, only to face curt orders to leave it alone. The murmur swells into a roar. What dark truths does Camilla guard? Why 2 decades of steely silence? The air crackles with suspense, as if the vault itself yearns to spill its secrets, ready to upend the monarchy's carefully crafted image. How did the truth get so perfectly concealed for so long? Could she have had some sworn loyalists in the palace? Let's delve into the details of the safe that has stood the test of time. The dial that defies time. Imagine a grand old mansion, its walls steeped in secrets, where whispers of scandal linger like dust in the air. At the heart of this stately home, Clarence house, sits a mystery that grips the imagination like a ghost story told by firelight. It's not just a rumor, it's a question that burns, sharp and relentless, refusing to fade into the night. Why does a towering, industrial-grade safe, its dial etched with the year 1996, stand like a silent sentinel in a place meant for royalty? This isn't just any lockbox. It's a fortress, cold and unyielding, built to guard something far weightier than jewels or gold. In 1996, a year untouched by the tragedy that would soon claim Princess Diana, long before Camilla's union with Charles or her ascent to Queen Consort, a massive, menacing safe was installed. Its cold, unyielding steel, whispering of secrets too dark to face the light. Why such a beastly contraption? What mysteries did it guard? The question teases the mind, dangling answers just beyond grasp, like a fleeting shadow in a misty alley. Whispers among the palace staff weave a chilling tale. This isn't about safeguarding a queen's jewels. No, it's something far more sinister. A vault meant to entomb Camilla's past, perhaps, shrouded in scandal's murky haze. Each creak of its heavy door seems to echo with untold stories, secrets so potent they could unravel reputations or rewrite history. The truth hovers, tantalizing yet maddeningly elusive, begging to be uncovered. What ghosts linger within those iron walls? Old stories resurface, vivid and electric. Remember the leaked phone calls, the hushed meetings, the rumors of forbidden love that once set tongues wagging? They feel alive again, as if the safe's dial holds the key to those whispered betrayals. Palace insiders, speaking in cautious tones, recall the strange disappearance of Diana's belongings after her death in 1997. Personal letters, cherished trinkets, even sparkling jewels, gone, brushed off as misplaced by smooth-talking officials. But what if they weren't lost? What if they're locked inside this steel vault, hidden in plain sight, a silent testament to a truth too dangerous to reveal? The safe looms over Clarence's house like a stubborn relic, untouched by the modern touches that have softened the residence. New decor, warm lighting, human warmth. Yet mention the safe, and Camilla's composure reportedly frays. A decorator once dared to nudge a picture frame too close to it. By morning, they were gone, as if erased. The tension thickens when renovation crews, armed with routine requests for wall scans to check for dampness, hit a wall of silence. Their paperwork vanishes into a void, as if the very act of acknowledging the safe might unleash something unspeakable. But secrets, like cracks in a dam, can't hold forever. A code has surfaced, whispered, incomplete, but pulsing with possibility. Imagine the moment. The dial spins, each click echoing like a heartbeat. What lies inside? Not just metal and hinges, but a cascade of truths that could unravel the monarchy's carefully polished image. Could it hold letters that rewrite history, recordings that confirm old suspicions, or relics that tie Camilla to a past she'd rather forget? The thought sends a shiver down the spine, a thrill of anticipation. As the safe's secrets teeter on the edge of revelation, the air grows heavy with the promise of chaos. A story so explosive, it could shake the very foundations of the crown. But what could the estranged vault be concealing? Why was it kept hidden for so long? Let's dive into the details that captures the revelation of the vault's content. The hidden vault. On a gloomy London afternoon, the sky hung heavy with clouds, casting a somber mood over Buckingham Palace. The air felt thick, as if the weight of secrets pressed down on the city. Inside the palace, work crews lounged, their tasks slowed by the dreary day. A safe, cleverly hidden behind an unassuming panel, waited silently in the shadows, its existence known only to a select few. In a forgotten eastern corridor where dust danced in slanted beams of light, a furniture refinisher worked on a gilded picture frame. As he pried it loose, a soft thud echoed. A small leather pouch tumbled from a hidden hollow in the wall. The refinisher's hands trembled as he opened the pouch. Inside lay a brittle slip of paper, scrawled with a cryptic code and the faded initials CS, Camilla's maiden mark, unmistakable to those who knew her history. Tucked beside it was a single match, its head bearing a 1996 stamp a relic from a year steeped in royal turmoil. He handed the pouch to the foreman, a grizzled man with eyes that had seen too much. Whispers swirled among the crew, tales of hidden rooms, royal scandals, and treasures buried in time. The foreman pocketed the pouch, his face unreadable, but curiosity gnawed at him like a relentless beast. Night fell, cloaking the palace in eerie stillness. With the royals away, the vast halls felt like a labyrinth of ghosts. The foreman, unable to resist, crept toward the concealed safe. His fingers, steady despite his racing heart, dialed the code from the slip. A soft click broke the silence, and a cold gust of air rushed out as the heavy door swung open, revealing a passage untouched for 30 years. No ordinary storage room lay beyond. Instead, a secret chamber unfolded, a climate-controlled sanctum, its air crisp and unnaturally preserved. False walls partitioned the space, creating a maze of mystery. Locked trunks stood like silent sentinels, their crests hinting at noble origins. Unmarked crates loomed in corners, each one a potential trap. At the room's heart sat a weathered steamer trunk, its ribbon-tied tag bearing the initials DS. The foreman's breath caught. He retreated, resealing the vault, and reported his find to his superiors. But the code was no longer just a key. It was a dagger, slicing through decades of carefully woven secrecy. Orders came swiftly. Keep it quiet. Yet the palace buzzed with tension, its walls seeming to whisper of caged truths, desperate to break free. Security teams descended, and days later they re-entered the chamber. Lights flickered on, revealing a chilling sight. A glass case hummed softly, cradling an antique tiara never recorded in royal archives. The DS trunk stood like a monument, its presence heavy with unspoken stories. No one dared open it, not yet. A report was sent to the palace overseers, sealed tight against leaks, but betrayal lurked in the shadows. A worker, tempted by fame or fortune, snapped a photo of the vault and slipped it to a reporter. Overnight, the story exploded. The safe was no mere storage. It was a crypt of suppressed memories, a battleground of Camilla's past and Diana's lingering legacy. The vault's silence shattered, its secrets roaring through history, demanding to be heard. What lay inside the DS trunk? What truths did the tiara guard? The palace, once a fortress of discretion, now trembled under the weight of its own hidden past. Let's dive into the details of the vault that no one dared to open. Echoes of buried betrayals. Dive into the shadows of history, where secrets lurk not as dusty relics, but as sparks that could set hearts ablaze. The photograph, a single frozen moment, doesn't just capture a scene, it kindles a firestorm within. It's not a tame snapshot, it's a fuse, burning toward truths long buried. A historian, cloaked in secrecy, slips into the scene. Their mission, to sift through the past, catalog its whispers, and unravel its mysteries. What they uncover isn't just history, it's a detonation waiting to happen. Opening the DS trunk feels like cracking open a forbidden book. The air shifts as gasps echo through the room. Letters spill out, each one penned in Diana's graceful hand, her words weaving a tapestry of pain, betrayal, and loneliness. These aren't mere notes. They're cries from a heart trapped in a gilded cage. Unsent letters to Charles, her sons, and even Camilla tumble forth, each one heavy with unspoken pleas. Some carry sharp warnings, hints of plots she sensed, plans she made to break free from her marriage and the monarchy's iron grip. Among them, a sealed envelope stands out, its edges worn but unopened, marked simply, "For William when ready." It waits, a private legacy meant for his eyes alone. But the trunk holds darker treasures. A chilling dossier reveals communications from the 1990s, faxes and emails between tabloids and government offices, their words dripping with intrigue. Nestled inside a dusty archive lies a chilling non-disclosure agreement, inked by Camilla herself on August 15, 1997, mere weeks before Princess Diana's heartbreaking death. Why would Camilla, poised in the shadows, bind herself to secrecy at such a pivotal moment? The question hangs like a storm cloud, heavy with suspicion. Even more gripping, a worn cassette tape labeled "Call Surfaces," Played in a hushed, secure room days later, it crackles with voices. Camilla's unmistakable, sharp, and intense. She's orchestrating media moves, casually name-dropping top editors. Her words slice through the air. If she dares that interview, roll out the August plan. That'll stop her cold. Dated August 10th, 1997, just days before Diana's tragic crash, the tape's timing feels hauntingly deliberate. Another cryptic note hints at hidden items locked in a safe with a stern command: no one gets in. Each clue weaves a darker web of secrets and schemes. Yet the vault's final secret is the most haunting. A dossier describes a phantom Jaguar, a green relic tied to a Paris map, its route snaking through the Alma Tunnel, dated mere days before the crash. The car's VIN links to a vanished MI6 operative, a spy long erased from records. Why was this car's trail hidden alongside Diana's desperate letters? Could it connect to the cryptic August plan? The files vanish into the night, but their implications linger like ghosts. This spectral vehicle, tied to whispers of conspiracy, haunts the edges of the story, hinting at truths that could shake the monarchy to its core. These discoveries aren't just history, they're a ticking bomb. Diana's letters scream truths she never spoke aloud. The tapes spin endlessly, replaying schemes in grainy clarity. The phantom car, the sealed envelope, the chilling dossier, they weave a story not of closure but of reckoning. Each piece pulses with questions. Who orchestrated the silence? What was the August plan? The vault's contents don't rest quietly. They demand answers, threatening to unravel the throne's darkest secrets. In their shadows, ghosts stir, and the past refuses to stay buried. What could have strained Camilla's relationship with Camilla? Why did it deteriorate to such an extent? Let's take a close look at the confrontation that might have escalated Camilla's resentment towards Diana. A princess's bold stand. In the shimmering world of royalty, where secrets often hide behind polished smiles, Princess Diana was a beacon of raw honesty. Her courage shone brightest when she dared to speak openly about the tangled web of her marriage to the then Prince Charles. In her unforgettable 1995 BBC Panorama interview, Diana, the people's princess, delivered a line that echoed around the world. There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded. Her words laid bare the painful truth of Charles's affair with Camilla Parker Bowles, a reality that simmered beneath the surface of their public life. But Diana's bravery wasn't confined to television screens. A lesser-known but equally gripping moment unfolded in 1987 at a lively party hosted by Camilla's sister, Annabelle Elliott. According to Diana's former bodyguard, Ken Worf, the princess wasn't exactly chummy with the guests. In Andrew Morton's revealing biography, Diana, Her True Story, she described herself as a fish out of water at the event, surrounded by unfamiliar faces. Yet, with her characteristic resolve, Diana decided to dive in and make the best of it. As the evening unfolded, an electric tension crackled through the room. Worf, in a later interview with ITV, recounted the moment Diana arrived, likening it to a scene frozen in time. "It was almost like freeze-framing a movie," he said, per the Mirror. The guests, caught off guard by her presence, exchanged glances, their whispers hanging in the air like a brewing storm. About an hour into the party, the atmosphere shifted from uneasy to outright intense. Diana, her instincts sharp, pulled Worf aside in a moment of quiet panic. "I can't find Charles or Camilla," she confided, her voice tinged with distress. Worf, sensing her unease, followed her lead. "I couldn't say no. This woman was clearly struggling," he recalled. Together, they searched the sprawling house until they found the missing pair in the basement, seated on a sofa, deep in conversation. What happened next was a testament to Diana's strength. Summoning a fiery resolve, she confronted Camilla directly, her words cutting through the awkward silence. "Please don't treat me like an idiot. I know what's going on," she said, her voice steady but brimming with emotion. According to Morton's biography, she went further, acknowledging the pain of the situation. "It must be hell for both of you." Then, with a sharp edge, she added to Camilla, "I wasn't born yesterday." The room seemed to hold its breath. Camilla's response was cryptic, leaving even Worf puzzled years later. "Well, you have 2 wonderful boys," she said, a remark that hung in the air, its meaning elusive. Was it an attempt to deflect, to soothe, or something else entirely? Worf admitted, "To this day, I've never fully understood what she meant." Despite the awkwardness, Worf couldn't help but admire Diana's courage. It was an incredible moment, he reflected, proud of her for standing her ground. For Diana, it was more than a confrontation. It was a declaration of her strength, a refusal to be sidelined in her own story. In that basement, amidst the whispers and shadows of high society, the princess proved she was not just a figurehead, but a woman unafraid to face the truth head-on. What would be the effect of this discovery on the monarchy? Would the monarchy be able to cover this up? Let's dig into the details of the royal palace's reaction. The crown's crumbling facade. The air crackles with tension as a storm brews over Buckingham Palace, sparked by a shocking breach in Camilla's private vault. What began as a whisper of stolen files has erupted into a roaring scandal no royal wall can contain. By sunrise, the elite circles of London hum with intrigue. Something explosive has been pried from Camilla's inner sanctum, and the fallout is seismic. She returns to the palace, her face pale as moonlight, barking orders for answers before retreating behind closed doors. Chaos swirls, thinly veiled by the palace's polished decorum. Urgent meetings convene, lawyers scribble vague defenses, and former staff are interrogated about mysterious ghost cars that haunt the edges of this mystery. The leaks spread like wildfire, weaving a tangled web. Biographers receive cryptic tips, and drivers face relentless questions. A dam has burst, and the palace aides tremble, haunted by the unknown. If Camilla's vault concealed Diana's anguished words, secret tapes brimming with schemes, or traces of shadowy vehicles, what else lies hidden in the royal archives? The questions gnaw, each more unsettling than the last. From a distance, King Charles seethes, hurriedly briefing his sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. But it's too late. William has already glimpsed the damning photograph, its initials DS blazing like a warning flare. The media, sensing blood, simmers before exploding. Headlines scream, "Royal safe secrets ignite scandal." Images of a mysterious trunk go viral, reigniting the specter of Princess Diana. Camilla vanishes from public view for days, leaving the world to dissect every clue. Letters scoured for heartbreak, tapes analyzed for conspiracies, and a car shrouded in suspicion. Former insiders spill tantalizing details. Strange deliveries, records erased in haste. No concrete proof emerges, yet the public's cry grows deafening. "We demand the truth." William, his face etched with resolve, clutches a sealed envelope, his jaw tightening as if bracing for a reckoning. Trust in the monarchy phrase, while online forums blaze with fury, reopening Diana's wounds with raw intensity. The truths, once carefully edited, are slipping from Camilla's grasp, unearthed for all to see. The palace issues bland statements. "We are reviewing historical artifacts," but they land like damp paper in a storm. Camilla finally steps into the public eye, strolling through palace gardens, her composure a fragile mask. Her eyes, however, betray a whirlwind of fear and defiance as the world demands to know, why guard such secrets? The saga takes a poignant turn in a quiet schoolyard moment. Prince George, oblivious to the chaos, clutches a sketch of a crown, the letters DS scrawled innocently in the corner, a child's drawing brushing against a legacy's jagged edge. The vault may be resealed, but its secrets have escaped, reshaping the royal narrative forever. Letters linger in the mind, tapes echo with untold stories, and the shadow of a car looms large, hinting at truths yet to be uncovered. The past refuses to stay silent, demanding the crown's attention. This royal thriller is only beginning. Secrets like these don't fade quietly. They ripple, they roar, they rewrite destinies. As the world watches, one question burns. Is the monarchy ready to face the truths it has buried? The storm is here, and its echoes will not be silenced. So, what do you think? Could this be a confirmation of many rumors? Would this discovery unravel several mysteries surrounding the monarchy? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.